What's going on, everybody? Rob A here, and today we're taking a look at the legendary Black Lion from Voltron Legendary Defender. Now this figure is put out by Playmates and is the larger version, or I guess you could call it the deluxe version of the Voltron Lions. They do have all 5 Lions available in smaller, bite-sized versions, I guess. They're just smaller. They don't actually combine to form Voltron, and they just have little, like, action gimmicks. You know, you push their wings or something and they, wag their claws at you, whatever. These are not those. This is the much larger version. And this guy has all kinds of lights and sounds. He does combine with the other lions, and this guy retails for $30. So he's gonna run you $30. That said, this thing is enormous. Like, I don't know, even looking through my through the camera, he doesn't look that big. I mean, he looks biggish, but this guy is really, really big. Just to give you an idea, I have my deluxe, well, basically a Titan Master Deluxe figure right here. And so you guys can kind of get an idea of how large this guy is. We'll go into that a little bit more in just a moment, but this guy does have lights and sounds. He does come with batteries installed and a little try me button, so you can just press that. So you can hear he has all kinds of lights and sounds and all kinds of nonsense going on. Unfortunately, the store that I picked this guy up at did not have the other lions, so I've only got the Black Lion. I don't have the other guys. The other guys retail for around like $17 to $20 a piece, and like I said, this one is $30. So checking out the back here, you can see he's got all these different phrases that he can say. Red, green, black, blue, and yellow lions detected. Voltron operational. Voltron combination complete. Targeting Row Beast. We will save the universe. Legendary Black Lion, the leader of Voltron. The Black Lion's incredible power is known throughout the universe. And of course, there's a little blurb up here as well. Voltron, defender of the universe. Long ago, a mighty robot warrior, Voltron was created to protect the galaxy from evil. Now, 5 young heroes must master the power of the Voltron Lions to defeat the Galra Empire and restore peace. Includes speeder with pilot Shiro. Of course, there is not all these paint apps on the little speeder. You can kind of see it chilling in the middle there with just one blue paint app on it. So, Playmates, that's what you're going to get. And of course, you can connect legendary lines to form Voltron. 25 plus points of articulation, so that's pretty cool. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to go ahead, get this guy out of the package, and we're going to check him out right now. Alright guys, so here's the deal. Between the time I recorded the packaging and all that other stuff, and now a couple of weeks have actually passed, and I've actually collected all of the Voltron limbs as well as the line here. So we're going to have a full-on Voltron video, and I hope that's okay with you. It's probably a little late in the game, a bunch of people already have videos and stuff up, and that's fine. I'm not here to be the first. I'm just here to show you guys some cool stuff. So, that said, here we have the Black Lion, and it's cool. So let's take a look at what we've got going on here. I guess articulation-wise, this guy doesn't really come with any accessories, except for, I guess I'll show off this in his tummy. He's got this little trap door. You just open up, easy peasy, and you can see right in here is the little speeder with Shiro attached, and this just comes out with relative little difficulty, and you can see here it is. It's just really unpainted except for one blue paint app and then a little tiny molded Shiro in the back there. You can totally tell it's him. I can even see the scar over his nose. But anyhow, this just slides right back in, nose first. And there you go. You've got all that attached. You can also see the speaker right here. So that's, that's going on, I guess. and that just closes up like so. You can see this big gray button on the side, and we will get into that in just a moment. But for now, let's check out some of the articulation on this guy. So, articulation is as follows. You can open his mouth and close his mouth, but you got to be careful. There might be a robot face in there if you open it too wide, but you can get it about that wide as long as you keep that face pushed up in there, and then that just closes right up. I like to keep it right about there. I think that's fairly natural looking. The head does not turn, which is kind of a big deal, and we'll get into that in a little bit as well, but you can lower the head down. Obviously, you lower the head like that, and then raise it up like that, and the neck does wiggle back up and down a little bit, like so. Wings are posable. You can rotate them all the way around, and they do open up quite a bit as well. So you can get some decent poses out of those. The tail just goes up and down, so it goes up all the way against the back, and then down like that. The legs are another bit of a thooth, if I may use the term thooth. So his hips are cool. They're very heavy ratchets. Very heavy ratchets. They go back about that far and come forward about that far. He does have a thigh swivel, which is also ratcheted, and only has about that much rotation in it. He's got a brake here that can go back a fair bit. He does have a ratchet here and a ratchet at the foot itself. So you got that going on. The legs do spread out a little bit, about that far, like so. But the front legs are a little bit of a problem. So they can go back, they can rotate back about that far. And I guess if you really wanted to, you could like have him like put his paws up over his head by rotating all the way around the back there. But the legs do not rotate up or forward, swing this way, clockwise I should say, any farther than this. You can raise the legs up like that and get the paws out in front of him a little bit that way, but you can't raise it anymore, and that's because of combined mode, which I don't really think that was necessarily necessary. I don't really think it was an important step that they had to take, but for whatever reason, in all actuality, I think maybe having this black piece lock into place somewhere, and then having like the legs swing out independently, or have this gray piece move independently, would have done wonders for, you know, every mode basically. But we'll worry about that later. But you do get some, you get a couple of points of articulation here in the foot, that ratchet, and that's, you know, that gets stuff done for you. And that's pretty much all there is for articulation in Lion mode. Now, as I mentioned before, he does have this little switch here, which is, you know what, I'm so grateful that he has a switch. And we're going to switch it to the on position, and he's going to make a lot of noise for us. So this little gray button is, first of all, it's very sensitive. That's one thing you should realize.
Voltron is the only thing that can stop Sarkon.
So pressing this button will...
Let's assemble Voltron and get rid of these golems.
Yeah, working on it. So pushing this button will cause it to obviously make a ton of different sounds. The chest lights up, and it's, you know, it's pretty neat for what it is.
Form Voltron.
Don't tell me what to do. But yeah, it speaks over 50 different phrases and sounds from the show, or sort of from the show. It's not actually any of the voice actors that I can tell. But you do get a cool lion roar.
We need to increase firepower.
And it just keeps going on like that, and so on and so forth. I'm going to leave it on for the duration of the video, just to show off, I guess, the sounds that it makes when you actually combine into Voltron. But after that, I'm going to shut it off and probably never turn it on again. Just so you know. I personally find it kind of annoying. I don't really need it to make sounds for my benefit. So just to show you guys a quick size comparison with the black lion and all of the main lions, we have yellow lion, we have the blue lion, we have the red lion, and I'll pull back on this so you can see a little better, and we have the green lion. So there you guys go. You can see how they all look together. You can get an idea of scale a little bit. And because you know what? All the cool kids are doing it, and I've seen this done in like at least 2 videos. With this specific figure, we're going to go ahead and put Titan's Return Trigger Happy in there, just for a size comparison. And you can actually see that the Black Lion is big enough that you could have... conceivably, you can have a Transformer ride on his back. Like, that is a deluxe size Transformer. So this is a big dude, big group of lions. And just for scale, here's a Lego Batman minifigure right in there. So that said, let's go ahead and get into combining this guy. Alright, so converting this guy into Voltron is really easy. So first thing you want to do is take the tail and whoop, boop, put it right up against the back there. Next, we are going to go ahead and flip these panels up. Flip the paws up into the shoulder pads. Close these panels back up. Then we're going to rotate the shoulders all the way around until they stop, and they'll stop on their own. So you got that going for you. Next, we're going to bring these legs down and straighten them out. Just straighten them all the way, make sure the paws are just facing down like so. And that's pretty much all you need to do. And actually, I should probably switch over to shaky cam for this, so give me one more moment. Alright, shaky cam is go. And so now you can kind of get a better idea of Voltron. I'll even pull it back a little more, and unfortunately that'll let you see all the junk that is on my recording area, but I do hope you'll forgive it. Alright, so the head, of course, you're going to bring the neck back so it's kind of in this position.
Systems compromised.
Alright, that's enough of that. You're going to bring the lion head forward, and actually you could just leave it like that if you wanted to. But you open it up, of course, and bring down Voltron's face, and then you just flip these little ears up. And there you go. You got that going. So let's add our blue lion here. And all you're going to do is just take the paw and just stick it. He's got a little hole right in his rear end. Just plug.
Blue Lion, ready for action.
There you go. Plug it in. You got that going on. I didn't record transforming these guys into their various limb modes. I did that on their individual reviews, so just go see those if you want to see all of that transformation.
Whatever you say, hero.
Alright, so that's done. Let's get the red lion here. Flip out the combination port.
Red Lion, ready for battle.
Alright.
Yeah, Pidge. Fire up the Green Lion. We're coming in hot.
Alright, now it's time for Pidge. And we're just gonna plug in Pidge.
Blue Lion, ready for action.
That is
Red
in.
Lion, ready for battle.
Green Lion, all systems go!
Yellow Lion engaged. Red, green, black, blue, and yellow lions detected. Voltron operational. Voltron complete. Targeting Road Beast.
Yep. There you go. Sure makes a lot of noise. And now what you can do is, of course, take your blazing sword from your red lion and your hilt piece from your green lion, and you just connect the two together, and that will form the full blazing sword, which you can then put in your Voltron's hands. And the lion mouth will close around that and hold it nice and tight. And then, of course, you just position the wings however you like, whatever makes you happy, you know. I like them kind of out like that. Now, this guy's put together, and you can already see there's a few things about it.
Form shield.
Alright, that's enough.
My shield can't take much more of it.
Yeah, I know your shield can't take much more of it because you can't actually form the shield, which is kind of a problem in itself. We're not even going there. So for right this moment, actually...
We need to increase firepower.
We
So-
got you, buddy.
So now you can see they say different things based on, you know, who's attached and whatever. And I think we can even get new sounds if we detach one of the legs. So let's try it.
Great work, team.
Alright, so it just says great work, team.
Blue Lion, ready for action. Red Lion.
Alright, that's enough. We're going to shut that off for right now. So basic articulation in the you know, how it as it is. You have no head rotation, which is really annoying. It would have been so easy to add that. I really don't understand why they didn't have at least basic head rotation in this figure. So now I have to get up to show you guys all this stuff. So no head articulation. We do get rotation in the arms. So you can raise it, and it does raise the shoulder piece, which is a little bit weird. And as you can see, elbow articulation because of the legs here is completely squandered. There's nothing there. Obviously, you do still get the wrist rotation. We do get some nice heavy ratchets in the legs, and you can of course bend those at the knees, and also get a double jointed knee because of that break right there. So you can actually get some really nice poses from the legs there. Oh, there we go. And of course the legs do spread about that far, and it does help, I find, to at least do at least one click with the with the thigh swivel, just to kind of get a little bit of a more dynamic stance out of him, a little bit more of an A stance than just kind of the stock still thing. Now, you can do, there are some kind of fan modes that I've worked out a little bit, and I saw Pia's review on this, and he suggested actually moving the legs in like that, and that does look a lot better, and that does free up some of the arm elbow articulation. What I've kind of come up with is actually a bit more drastic, but what I've figured is if I actually raise the legs up kind of all the way up, like so. What that does now is not only frees up the elbow completely, which I'll show you guys here. It not only frees up the elbow completely, but it also gives him a little bit of a higher shoulder profile, which I think helps to kind of normalize his like body weight. Also, from Pia's video, and I give him credit, and he found this from somebody else's video. His name was Scott, but I don't remember all the details, but I just want to give credit where credit's due for detaching the arms. When I first put this guy together, the arms were like insanely hard to detach. And Pia said that if you go ahead and stick the arms out and just put pressure on them towards the center, they'll pop out of the joints no problem. And I found that not to be the case. I had to actually use a screwdriver to kind of get into this little, you can kind of see the light passing through there. I had to stick this in there and kind of lever it out a couple of times. But once I did that, once or twice, now I can actually do the proper arm separation method where you just kind of hold it and push in to separate those arms. So I am going to go ahead and take the shield off here. I'm going to rotate these around like so. Put the shield back on. It should not interfere too much. Here, let's get this back around here. And now you can attach that, and the shield still stays on the shoulder. And I just think, I don't know, I think it looks a little bit better this way. But again, that's just my personal preference. Let me attach this guy over here. Move those legs in. And we'll just scooch him back a little bit. But yeah, overall, it's actually a really nice set, and I'll show that Lego minifig off once more just to get an idea of scale. Now we can go ahead and show the deluxe Transformer off one more time, again, for a sense of scale. So you can see this is a very, very large figure. I don't have my my big ruler with me right now, unfortunately, but it's supposed to be around 16 inches tall, and I totally believe that. It looks that way. But yeah, it's actually a really nice figure. You just have to kind of mess around with it a little bit to kind of get the full potential out of it that you want. But I think it looks great. I've checked out the smaller, more articulated version that's like $30 or $40. And that one is really, really well articulated. But I found everyone that I looked at just had a terrible paint job on it. And this guy has actually a really nice paint job, especially for Playmates who are notoriously kind of bad at putting paint on their action figures. But I'd say, honestly, it certainly has its pros and cons. It certainly is not perfect. It's far from it. And the fact that the head doesn't turn drives me absolutely up the wall, because I feel that's a dramatic oversight. But all of that said, it's a really nice display piece, and for the price, considering the size, you do get 5 fully transformable lions. You get the speeders that go in there, which are, you know, it's not that important, but it's a nice addition, and I think it really helps it come together as a full set. So honestly, I feel good about recommending this set, but just know that there are these things about it that you may want to change or may not find to your liking. But overall, I feel good about the purchase. I think it was worth the money. I think it's a fantastic looking figure. I think it's a really nice set altogether. But there are some things that could have easily been changed that I feel are kind of big drawbacks. So that said, overall, it's a total recommend for me. I do like it a lot, and I'm looking forward to Season 2 coming real soon to Netflix. So that is going to do it for this review, guys. I want to thank you so very much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. It really does help me. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more. That's it for Voltron for right now. But check out some of my other stuff, Transformers, Lego, Mega Bloks, all that good stuff. You know, down below, click whatever links, etc., and check those out. But in the meantime, thanks again for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.